Hi everyone, welcome to the Grace Life guys. In this video we have two DIYs. We have a lantern, a buffalo check lantern that we are going to arrange, and we also have a small floral arrangement. So let's jump into the project. Everything I'm using to create this craft guys is down in the description box below, and yes, I am very excited and I'm going buffalo check nuts here. Alright. So the first thing I'm going to do, and I don't know if you could see inside of here, like they usually have the signs that come in 3 and they always have something. Well, this is from the summer. Anyway, what I did was I took the cardboard and I just hot glued it because nothing heavy is going in it. And then I took it and painted it with acrylic paint. Okay, and I think the paint is by Nicole's, and that you can get at Walmart. Okay, so the burlap you can get at the Dollar Tree. The buffalo check ribbon, you can also get this at the Dollar Tree along with the jute twine. The blessings here in this particular arrangement is from the galvanized metal signs. Just took that outside and I sprayed that in black. So yeah, the skewer you can get at Dollar Tree. Pretty much everything that I have here guys I got at Dollar Tree. Let me show you the florals because this is something new to me. Now this, I love the color. Okay, this is called a Black Eyed Susan, so I grabbed that. Then I grabbed 2 bunches of these, they say daisies, I don't know, these remind me of little sunflowers is the only reason why I got them. So I got 2 bunches of those. I got some of the burlap leaves that you can get at the Dollar Tree also. So guys, like I said, everything I have listed below. So let's jump into the video. So the first thing I would like to do is I cut off a piece. We went around the box with the burlap. Okay. So before we go around the box with the burlap, I would like to glue the, like I said, we're going a little buffalo check nuts here because I absolutely love buffalo check. So both projects are buffalo check. So what I would like to do is glue, and just in 2 or 3 areas, that ribbon to the center of that burlap. Okay. Now we get around this bend here, and then we put some more glue. And this is what we have so far. See, so we actually went around the whole box. Okay, using that. So now what we're going to do, okay, is we're going to cut a piece of this foam. Let me just make sure we have enough glue. So we want to put some hot glue on the bottom of that foam, and we do this because we don't want the foam to move around when we're putting the florals in. I grabbed one of the maple leaves and one of these leaves, and I do have them in 2 different colors, so we are going to stick that in that arrangement. Most of the time when I do arrangements guys and I'm keeping them home, I keep the tag on them until I learn what the flower is. That's why you may notice I keep these. Now these 2 here are the only 2, I think I grabbed these from Dollar General, and they did not have a tag with a name on it. So we will be using these. So I think what I'm going to do first is we are using some Floral Moss, and of course I have that listed below. We're just going to put a little bit of Floral Moss just because I don't want that foam to show. Nothing, you know, we just don't want the foam to show. And so now we're going to start building. Now I do have this little jute bow that was already done. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take one of the wooden stickers from the Dollar Tree, and this is the pumpkin shape, and I'm going to put that right in the center of that jute. So we are going to embellish with that. Also, I did want to show you, we are going to embellish with this, the blessings. I don't know if I told you, I took this, I bought it at the Dollar Tree, took it outside, we spray painted it in black. I'm going to grab a skewer because we are going to stick this, I'm going to glue it, and then we're going to stick it right in the center of that arrangement. Okay, and it's okay to use black because the flowers are a different color and they're lighter, so I think the black will stand out just fine. So what we're going to do is I'm going to use this floral piece here, and I usually fluff stuff out, and then this one here. I'm just going to place that just like that. Okay. Then since we have 2 of these daisies, I'm going to place one in the front. Well, yeah, we want to place one in the front. Okay. And I'm going to go ahead and place one in the back. This way, I like my arrangements to look nice from every direction. So we kind of piece this together until we like how it looks. So now we have these, the Black Eyed Susan. This is like a gorgeous color. So I'm going to go ahead and place that right in between those 2. And this way we have the combination of that cream color and that burgundy color. Okay. And I think that's starting to look absolutely beautiful right there. Now, this is what that's looking like so far. Isn't that absolutely beautiful? Okay. So now we're going to do last. So like I said, you can adjust your flowers right before we put that pick in there. And fluff it out a little bit. Now we're going to go in with the blessings. Okay. And just pull that leaf out. And what you want to do is we do want this to be seen. You can also lean it off to the side. You see, and because of the color of the florals, you can see the blessing. Then I'll come back with the leaf. And this is what it looks like, guys. Isn't that a beautiful gift? That is just a beautiful, beautiful, and it has the buffalo check all the way around. And I think that's absolutely gorgeous. So now we're going to move on to the next project. Now we have a lantern. So this lantern, I'll tell you exactly what I did, guys. I tried to save some time. And so we always have these boxes. This one happens to say Happy Harvest. You can probably see it there. So I have 2 of the same box. And then we have the skewers, I should say the wooden dowels, the taller of the wooden dowels. And so what I did is I glued, and I'm going to show you what I used because I'm really liking this glue. There's a couple of glues I'm really liking, and the Gorilla Clear Grip, very good glue. But then I decided, because I kept going all black and I kept thinking buffalo check, the Dollar Tree did carry for a short period of time, at least where I live, the buffalo check quarters. Okay, all I did was cut a piece of a square that I had left in my stash, and I decided to Mod Podge that right on top of the top of this lantern. So what we're going to do is I'm going to go around the square, the side here, with the ribbon. And like I said, you don't need to use a lot. You just want to use, let me get that finger on. Okay, so we're going to go all the way around. I already have it pre-measured. I've been in love with this buffalo check since last year, and this year I think they're going buffalo check crazy. Okay, so as you can see, this is what we have so far. Isn't that beautiful? I'm loving it. So like I said, I Mod Podged that little quarter there. So what we're going to do is with jute twine, I'm going to frame that out. Okay. Don't forget your silicone fingers, guys. Don't want anybody to get burned. Okay. So you see, that part looks beautiful. I'm loving it. Okay. I get so excited. Alright, so now what we're going to do. Alright, so I had some Jenga blocks left. And guys, like I said, everything I'm using to create both these crafts is down in the description box below. So some things I mentioned, some things I just kind of skipped over because I'm kind of looking at that now. So I took these outside and I spray painted them black. So we want to place that to kind of make it look finished and also look like it's the top of the lantern. On top of that. I love the way that looks. So you see, it kind of gives that lantern a finished look. So now what we're going to do is I also took one of their ornaments. I should say 2 of their ornaments. They usually come in a 5-pack. I grabbed one of the turkey and one of the pumpkin. Okay, and we are also going to utilize these. I am going to glue that that turkey on this side. We're going to lay this down and we're just going to glue this portion to the front of that lantern. And this is only for show. Obviously you cannot burn any kind of flammable, candles or anything in here. It's only for show. So now, in the center of that jute bow, because I had 2, I don't know if I mentioned that when I was making this arrangement right here, I had 2 of the jute bows. So in the center of this one, we're going to glue the maple leaf. And this is what that maple leaf sticker looks like. Okay, and this is what the pumpkin one looks like. But since we used the pumpkin on that floral arrangement, we're going to use the maple leaf on this one. So we're going to put a dot of glue. We're going to place that maple leaf right in the center. Give that a minute to dry. Okay, and see, that's perfect. I like how that looks. So what I'm going to do is we are going to glue one side. Okay, so that looks like it's sitting still right there. So let's move on to the filling up the floral moss on the bottom of this lantern while this is drying. Okay, the only thing I want to do, and I think I said I wanted to do that above the pumpkin, is to glue this bow, this jute bow. So we're going to put some glue here. Now I may go back and make another bow for the opposite side, just because when you place the lantern, if you should place it somewhere where it's open in all 4 directions, you could see a bow on both sides, which probably would be nice. So I think I might go ahead and do that when I'm done. Okay, let me move this stuff out of the way, guys, so I can show you the end result. Okay. So I think that came out absolutely gorgeous, guys. Let me show you. So we have that bow there, very farmhouse. I absolutely love it. There's the pumpkin, that buffalo check all the way around this lantern, and there's the turkey. What I should have done, also another idea, would have been nice to put like a maple leaf on this side, and I'm not sure if they had an owl, but I didn't have those. So I just used what I have. One on each side is just fine because it gives you access from both directions to place your LED light. You could put anything on the bottom, pebbles, or you can just leave it like that. I just wanted something there. Okay, so what I'm going to do is just make that little area there. Like a little bedding for the lights. I don't know if you could see that. I hope so. Okay, so we have the floral arrangement here, and then we're going to have the LED light here. And so this LED light, yes, I did get this from the Dollar Tree, and these have little silver. You might want to get the plain one, and because this one's a little bit more fancy, but nobody's going to see that. And then you turn that on, and then this is your lantern here. Isn't that absolutely gorgeous, guys? I just have so much stuff in this area that you really can't tell, but this is such a beautiful DIY. There's your floral arrangement, there's your lantern, guys. Everything I used to create this is down in the description box below. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, click like, share, comment, subscribe to the channel, guys. It's totally free, and I thank my subscribers, and I certainly welcome more. And I hope you guys are having an awesome day, and I'll see you in the next video.